Hello, my name is Guadalupe Contreras, and this is Study 32, Express with Conviction. What do you need to do? Speak in a manner that shows that you are fully convinced of the truthfulness and importance of what you are saying. Why is this important? Your conviction will encourage others to consider seriously what you say and to act upon it. So conviction is a very good quality to have, because when you speak, others are really concentrating on what you're saying. Now let's jump into this again. This is a preview only, and the publication, if you want to have it, is down in the description. You could download it for free. And then if you have any questions or want to know more about the course, just put in the comments, okay? Let's just get into it, because I'm just gonna go over the chapter real quick and just highlight everything with the most important points. It says here, when a person speaks with conviction, others see that he firmly believes what he is saying. Such conviction was evident in a person that spoke a lot about about God in the ministry, two, about a course in school that is very important, right? So to those who became what believers say in a religion way, right? A person will speak with conviction. And to those that are in courses, say like science, things like that, right? They would read books, say like about Einstein, if it's physics. They would really listen to these person, because we know that Einstein developed a lot of good theories that were very, very real, and that they're using now for modern technology. It says that the information that they use, right, is very good knowledge and is very helpful. So to speak like this, right, a person that would speak with strong conviction, it says that it brings assurance about to what they are saying, right? And then here it speaks about that people become believers of what they are saying by how they say it. You see, it was evident in both in how they spoke it, and then two, how they live with it. So you see, conviction is showing by the way it's spoken, and then the example, right? Okay, let's go back into the chapter here. It says here that expressing conviction is not the same as being opinionated, dogmatic, or arrogant. Rather, when a person who manifests conviction speaks about the, things in, say, if you're going to use the Bible, they will speak about God's word, right? Or two, if a person is a developer, software person, right? He would as well show strong conviction and the software. Say like, for example, the software we're using now, iPhones. We see the software developer really showed strong conviction of what they believed in, and we're able to use these devices here. So how does that right there, with these two interpretations about faith, right? And then about what you're speaking about, meaning how you say it, and then showing the example, help those that stutter. Well, you see, first, you have to have faith, meaning that you have to understand that whatever you're reading about, right, you have to understand, well, is this person really truthful for what he said? You help me stop stuttering. Look at me now. I stuttered a lot. I went to multiple professionals, and I'm not saying that they did not, do nothing for me. Uh, the thing is, though, is that why couldn't they help me stop stuttering? You see? So my faith toward this information here, right, that I'm, making application on, it shows my strong conviction because I'm showing the example. If you do these techniques, that what I'm showing you, right, it will help you out as well. But because speaking in a manner how you stutter, when you see that how your airflow is, the way that you intense up, the way that you have no air in your lungs when you talk, you see, you could do it comically, you can make fun of yourself to, make your conscience, your pre-conscience, meaning that whatever you did in the past, the last week, whatever, to make yourself feel better, you could do that, all the methods and everything. You could go out there and do whatever it takes, right? But question is, did you stop stuttering? What faith, conviction could you use, right? And what information is showing you the example? I am. And how is that? By just what? It's just with this right here, expressing with conviction, the knowledge, the information that I'm, sharing here with you, these techniques, the most one that is really very special to keep in mind is your breathing control. So this chapter is, like one of the really, really special chapters there is in here, because it's going to help you to have faith in what I'm saying here. And by my example, it will help you to stop stuttering. And that's how you can take this as a stutter, right? It's something simple, here is, the facts. Take it as a reference of facts right here. You see, I'm making expressions of strong conviction by the techniques that they work. And practical, meaning showing you, here with you as well. This is just a preview from the information. And you hear me stuttering? No. So that's how stutters could take this. Okay, now we're going to go into occasions for expressing conviction. It says that it is important to speak with conviction when you are if you go to church, right? Well, in your field ministry or in your church, wherever you sit, right? Often, or if you're into YouTubing, you see, as a YouTube content creator. So when you get in there in the YouTube video channel, you really want to know that whatever you are expressing, you have faith in it, you see? And you show by the example that you're doing it by the views you get. You see what I mean? That's how people feel if you're really convicted to what you're doing and it really works. And here, often people notice your manner as much as your message. They sense how you really feel about what you say. Your conviction can convey more powerfully than words alone that you have something of great value to share. See what I mean? So whatever you're saying to a YouTuber in your channel, the way your views are, you see, it shows, by the views you get, by the way that you're saying it. But the most thing that people see there is that how do you get them to get to your channel? You see what I mean? So you got to have strong faith to not only, say who you are, but how you say it. So it means then that in the introduction of your theme, it has to be something there example-like that you got to do the research on it, right? And so whatever you put there for them to really have faith, and then saying that your channel is going to work for them, your information, you really have to have strong expressive conviction. And it has to be an example that they're really going to learn from it. And as this, information, I start to finish it, I'll help you to get into that category. It says right here that there is also a need to express conviction when addressing an audience of people that fellow believers. Some use church, right? Information, books, but say for YouTubing, right? You see, how about YouTubers? Do they believe what you're doing? You see, how do they really know that you're gonna really be the one that's gonna help them with their channel? Depends on what you have to help them express. Now, the information that I spoke right now about conviction, and then occasion for expressing conviction, the first sentence that I was speaking about, how does that help stuttering? Those that stutter, you see, what you could notice on here is saying that, well, this course here, what he's saying is that not only about what he's saying, but how he is saying it. How do you feel? You see? You feel calm, you feel satisfied, you feel like, hey, this person here, this info, it's really making me feel very peaceful, trustful. And so you see, that's conviction. To keep seeing the video till the end, because why? You feel trustworthy, right, to what he's saying, because he's not stuttering no more. So whenever you go into any information and they give you knowledge, you want to make sure that that faith is backed up by example. And that's what you call faith. Faith is something that you can't see or hear, right? But you can't say, well, it's right there in front of me, right? But it's on a hope. But here, this is more than faith. You know why? Because you're seeing it. It's more than hope. It's called establishism. You see what I mean? So let's go on to the paragraph, and it says right here that there's also need to express conviction when addressing an audience, right, of people that you are trying to convince. And they use a example of a person that is a fine example. Here they talk about how that a person that he really encourages, say, for example, a person that has a lot of views, say 1 million views, right? So we know that that person, whatever he's doing, right, and whatever he says, he's an example of truthfulness, right? Because we see that he got 1 million views, and that whatever he's saying, whatever he's doing, people put faith in his expression. Convicting, meaning that he's expressing conviction, right, from the information to what he is speaking about. And that people could say that they are fully convinced that no matter what, that they say about this person, whatever he's doing, whatever it is, but they want to see what he's doing. Then they start following him, right? Say like in YouTube, have you ever seen some channels where they have like 2-3 million views, and he just comes out, he says this and that and that, And you, whatever he says, you follow it. Why? Example, right? Got a lot of views, right? But how can we understand that this information here, what I'm saying, is really truthful? Well, what you want to do is analyze the information that you hear and that you want to see the example of it. That is expressing conviction as well. So what you want to do is that during a study period, right, and say at other times that what you want to do is that you want to express conviction whenever that you're discussing matters that really matter to you. And say, for example, it could be about your YouTube channel. If you're really serious that this can help you out to be a YouTuber, making videos, what's the reason that you're doing it for? How long is it going to happen? What do you got to do to make, productive, time, count for you? Is this really faith that you're following, that YouTube is going to help you out, to survive, pay your bills, and be more than that right there? You see what I mean? Is whatever you're studying, whatever you're doing, right? Is it going to really, express to you it is conviction that you can follow, that having faith? And then are you seeing, though, what will help you out to make that right choice? Are you seeing benefits happening to you from following these people, right, that give, good discourses? They say they have all these views, you know what I mean? And some of the stuff that they're saying on there, are they expressing it in a way that it's truthful, Results are happening for you. Now, how does this help out stuttering? I spoke about, other people's expressions and convictions of why they're being a YouTuber, right? But this is mainly for stuttering. Now, when you hear this information expressed with conviction, meaning, very kind and very loving, and its knowledge here, is it backed up by example? Yes, it is. See what I mean? And how can you, as a person that stutters, say that this information is going to help you out? Because here my quality of public speaking expressed with conviction, meaning that following, all the lessons that I, put on YouTube for you to hear. You see? And how is this, matter to help you out? Well, it says that, for example, is this right here. There's a saying here that a good man brings good out of the good treasures of his heart. You see? But then it says that, but a wicked man brings what is wicked out of his wicked treasure. For out of the heart's abundance is his mouth speaking. You see what I mean? So you see, a good man brings good out of the good treasure of his heart. Now, how can you understand that what I'm saying here is a treasure from you? And why I'm doing it is it's heartfelt. Because, see, for out of the heart's abundance, his mouth speaks. So you see, this knowledge I'm handing you, it's a treasure. And if you want to stop stuttering, you got to treat it like a treasure. You know what I mean? You have to wear it, Ain't it so when you find treasure, you wear it, right? Like nice, jewelry, necklace, Because see, nowadays people spend like millions of dollars only on necklaces. Why? Because, you know, they're singers, right? A lot of them are singers. You know, a lot of them are sports people. In fact, there are YouTubers as well. And the point here I'm saying is that a good man brings good out of the good treasure of his heart. See what I mean? For out of the heart's abundance, his mouth speaks. So what does this mean? It means here that, look, that to help people out, you know, that stutter, right? I know how it feels. It is terrible, you know, but learning, you know, these techniques inside these videos here, it became a treasure because I shine, you know, throughout, you know, example of speech, public speaking. And you see, and the abundance, right, of, say, for example, the abundance of the heart, it felt like, well, why am I doing this, you know? Why do I keep doing it? It became abundance, you know, a lot of reasons. You see, that's the treasure of all the jewels inside the treasure. Why does a person want to help others? Because they've been through all that, how they feel, no matter, and I used to be comical. I used to laugh at myself stuttering. All this, you know, it became like a jewel, right? And then, so the heart's abundance, his mouth speaks. And that's why, you know, I'm doing it. So this expressed with conviction is faith, it works. And then truthfulness, the example of it, you're hearing it. You see, no more stuttering. So if you want to stop stuttering, you got to go through every one of these videos and apply all the ideas of it. So how conviction is manifest. It says that the words that you use can do much to convey your conviction. And then, so say for example that whatever you say, right, that you want to make sure that you really know that you could persuade somebody that you're telling the truth about it. You see? And this course right here, I'm saying to you that I am not lying. I'm telling you the truth. And it's by my example of you hearing my public speaking that this is expressed with conviction, truthfulness, right? And conviction may also be shown by the earnestness and the intensity of expressions. Your facial expression, your gestures, your body language all contribute to this. These may vary somewhat from person to person. Even if you are shy or soft-spoken by nature, when you are fully persuaded that what you are saying is truth and others need to hear it, your conviction will be evident. Of course, an expression of conviction that we make must be genuine. If people sense that we are pretending rather than speaking from the heart, they will likely conclude that our message lacks substance. Therefore, above all, just be yourself. Depending on the size of your audience, you may need to speak with greater volume and usually and with more intensity, but your aim should be to express yourself sincerely and naturally. That's how you help others to know that how conviction is manifest. You see, so me speaking like this sincerely, how do I help stutterers, understand this? Well, just speaking from my heart right here and expressing how the course is my experience, challenges that I had, back in the day, and with all my other say videos, right? Say for example that what I went through, all the times, going through speech therapist, challenges, right? They became like jewels, the experiences. And even therapists, they're, in my treasures as well, because they try to be part of it. You see, my life to stop. And I did. And so that's what it is. Expressing conviction, make it manifest, is by the way you teach it. Your earnestness, your heartfelt condition. And age to expressing conviction. And before I explain this too, how can stutterers, understand what I said, right? About the how conviction is manifest. Well, how it's expressed, by earnestness. My desire, expressing from the heart. You see, that right there, shows I care for them, to learn the course and then to apply it daily. Now, for age to expressing conviction, since your conviction involves your feelings about your material, good preparation is that key. Simply copying material from a publication and then reciting it are not sufficient. You need to understand the material clearly and to be able to express it in your own words. That's where paraphrasing comes in. Remember what I was talking about? You must be fully convinced that it is true and that what you are saying is of value to your audience. This means that when preparing your presentation, you take into account their circumstances as well as what they may already know about the subject or how they may feel about it. You see, I seen a lot of videos, in fact, tremendous a lot of videos about how people try to stop stuttering, how people feel about their stuttering, and what people are doing now with new technology about their stuttering. And wow, I take into that consideration to their heart, and I can tell what kind of treasure they have, you see, by, their example of how to stop. So when I hear that, they're still putting in treasure, into their treasure box, because to me, stuttering, it was like these little jewels of treasure, experiences that went into the treasure box. But now it's shut because I stopped, and now I'm able to manifest it, express it, right? And then I'm able to I'm able to express it with conviction, right? And I'm able to use aids now to express the conviction, right? And it is easy for others to sense my conviction when the delivery is explained with fluency. You see? Therefore, in addition to preparing good material, work hard on your delivery. Give special attention to the portions of your material that call for greater earnestness so that you can deliver them without being tired or tied to your notes. Remember too, if you believe in God, right, pray, right? It says that blessings, right, will be on your way with a lot of effort. And this way, you will muster up boldness by means of, you see, whatever conviction you express yourself to help you to continue to, you keep stuttering, right? It means that you're still adding on to your treasure. But if you stop, if you want to stop now and close, your treasure, and then if you want to feel and express the importance of your message and have aid to express and then manifest it right, your conviction. And here's the occasion right here that you could do all that. And how to do that? You want to speak with feeling that is appropriate to your subject. Use language that reflects your conviction. Study your material until you understand it clearly and can express it in your own words. You must be fully convinced of its truthfulness and of its value to your audience. So whenever you hear this course right here, what you want to know is this, that how did Guadalupe Contreras, right, express his conviction? And what was the basis for his conviction? And how can you manifest it in a similar conviction today? Well, I would say is this, the course right here, just, apply it. That's it. Have faith in it. And then, what is faith? Faith is what's not seen, but hoped for. And I could say that you could see though, that I stopped, stuttering. And that's how this is going to help, stutterers, that people that stutter, okay? So, what I want to say here today is that on conviction, express with conviction. It will take, like, say, how long will it take you to stop stuttering? Well, say, for example, how long does it take to get 4,000 hours, How long does it take to get 1,000 subscribers, right? To start getting paid, on the program for YouTubers, right? Well, from that right there, are you convicted, that, to do that? Yeah. And so you go through a lot, right? You know what I mean? We all go through a lot, you know what I mean? And, so to learn this course right here, it's similar to that, that if you really want to stop, if you want to, say, here's your treasure, now it's closed already, it's locked in, you open it now and start to really, show what you've been through, talk about your experiences. And that's what I'm doing with every video here. It's like I'm taking out a jewel to let you wear it for a spell, that, and you could see, if it was an experience that was very shiny, or if it was a dull experience, you know what I mean? It's like a jewel, right? Have you ever found a stone, say a treasure hunter? He goes out and then he finds a stone and it's not cleaned up. It's, muddy, right? But he knows that as he gets, he puts it in the sun and he gets that, that instrument they use, the jewelers, I forgot the name of it. They're looking through it and he sees, this is oh my God, this is very, authentic. You see, every experience, that I've been through like that, they are like that. And so what I'm just doing with this experience of mine is that I'm sharing it and I shined every stone. And it's like I'm taking it out, right? For you to see the sparkles of every experience. But what is the difference of a person learning something, but they never stop stuttering? Here's the difference with me and my course, is that when you take this stone, I'm letting you take it, and it's all shined and everything. And what I'm doing is this: how much are you worth to me? I give it to you. And you start wearing it. And how much do you love diamonds, right? So to me, what, you are like that. It's like, I remember I heard a phrase, about, If you believe in God, right? How much does God love, humans, right? Some people, they share, other things, right? They're angry. But when we see, every human, what quality they have and how they are, have you ever heard, people sing? Look at people on YouTube, how they're making all these millions, and look at the mindset that they have. And I'm not saying that God doesn't love those that are not doing good, right? The point of the matter is that every human has a fine quality. They are like that. You see, but when you open it up, they have this, this shine in it, right? They all have that fine quality. You see, we're all like that. So when I hand you this, stone, and you start to take it, you can see that I'm real with what I'm saying, you seeing that stone experience, because I don't stutter no more. See what I mean? And that's the difference. And you're more worth than a diamond. Diamonds, yeah, they do last forever, There's diamonds that are here like for ages, right? Long time ago. And it's the people that put the price on it, you see? But here is the thing, is this, right? That, the reason why, I'm sharing this and handing you the diamond like that, meaning that the metaphor is the diamond here is my experience and this knowledge that what you're reading and hearing, about, once you download the publication, you'll start to read it and you'll see the metaphors in there about yourself, who you are as a person. So I'm saying is this, that if you want to shine and have that diamond on and wear it and look good and sound good, right, is that you have to, the diamond is handed to you dull. You're the one that has to shine it up, you see? And that's what I'm just saying, is that you got to make the effort, to want to stop stuttering. You can't just make an excuse, well, okay, I'm going to go halfway. I'm just going to do this, I'm fine where I'm at, I just can't. But here is a program that I have right here that I put together. And I want to make every video you see right here, it's going to be an episode on my new podcast. And I'll be handing, the links and everything to it. That in the, the description down there. I'm going to give, the links and all that there, so that way that you could to know that you guys are worth a lot. And being expressive and being authentic, manifesting it, shows, by your heart, like I said right here, a person's heart condition, right? It shows, what's in it by what he says, you see. So I know I talked a lot about, conviction here, a lot of qualities. So when you hear this video here, just take it to heart, one thing at a time. Don't try to jump on it really fast and, start to take it and stress yourself, because you can't, do it all in one day. Like say, breathing in. You breathe in, and when you speak out, just speak out on that one airflow. And keep practicing it. So you gotta, sometimes when you get a jewel, a diamond, it takes a while to shine it, right? To make it shine. So you might have to get some solution and keep doing it, because remember, stuttering is like that. You've been doing it for years, and it's not gonna, shine, You have to make some effort, to stop, to stop stuttering. And so that's what the jewel is like. That's what this lesson here is like. So in all these, videos that have the lessons, you're going to have to just meditate on every lesson and make application and apply it. Okay, it's already 40 minutes here. I'm going to stop now. And it was an honor to express all this to you. And thank you for watching. Take care, okay? I'll see you in the next video.